Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to create a powerful Veterans Day video using Doodly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Veterans Day is a time to honor the men and women who have served in the United States military. It's also a time to learn more about their experiences and the sacrifices they have made. With Doodly, you can easily create professional videos that are both informative and engaging. In just a few simple steps, you can create a video that pays tribute to our veterans and celebrates their heroism. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to decide on a focus for your video. There's so many different ways you can go about doing this. For example, do you want to do a quote like I have here? Or maybe you want to honor a specific veteran. Maybe you want to share the stories of several different veterans, or perhaps focus on the importance of supporting our veterans. Maybe there's a battle or a moment in history you want to highlight. So there's lots of things you can do. Today, I plan on making a short video about the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I want to show you my script. You'll see that I wrote the text over here on the audio portion, and then I jotted down the photos and graphics I want to use over here on the left for my video portion. Now, I did already mix my audio. I did a voiceover and added some somber music, and with that I was able to jot down the specific points in time where I want these different graphics to come in. So we're going to do that today, and we'll see how that goes. What do we need to do? Well, we need to gather our photos. And I'm going to keep this scene here with my script for a little while because I'll refer back and forth to it. It's my little cheat sheet. I like to add my script right in here, and then it's just always there, and then at the end I delete it. So I've gathered a bunch of photos of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and veterans, different happy veterans, sad veterans, and so forth. And a lot of them I found on Pixabay, and others were on FreePic. And then I even have some from Wiki Commons. And when we get to those, we're going to need to put a little attribution line saying that this is where we got them, okay? Because that's the license requirement in order to use those. So when we get to those, we'll talk about that. I had already uploaded a bunch of them, so they all start with the name Veterans. So I typed in Vetter, and here they are. So I want the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And here's one that's nice, but it has the guard, and I want to save the guard for the part where I talk about that it's guarded. So let's just keep looking. Here's a nice one right here. So this is the one I want to use. I want it to fade on. I want these to be, just real nice fades. So the images just fade on. So add some text. We title this, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, right? So we don't want something frilly for this. We want something kind of serious. This is a somber video, so I think this will be nice. Okay, so let's look at our cheat sheet. We're going to add the date at 11 seconds in, okay? And then by 15 seconds, we're doing something totally different. So let's see how this works out. Probably do like a 2-second fade for that. This could probably be about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, let's say. And then we're going to add more text. This time let's use highly regular here. And it needs to come on at 11 seconds. So we have to do math, guys. I'm sorry. So let's just add some time here. I think that's going to be pretty close. And then we need time at the end. And we want this to end right at about 15 seconds. So let's try 2. Let's see. Oh, so it needs to be 3. See, I'm using my timeline too. Okay, so right about here is when we want our next scene. So I'm gonna right click and hit insert, and now this scene is going to be a map of Europe and this. Okay, I have this image. Let's go over to props, blue plus sign. Okay, so I have this world map. So let's bring this in. And what I was thinking is I would have kind of arrows or something pointing where each of the tombs is. Oh, maybe a cross or something would be good. So let's go ahead and let's upload a couple more images here. Hold on. So I have 3 images of 3 different tombs. We're going to be talking about how USA, France, and Europe all dedicated their tombs to their unknown soldiers on the same day. So what I thought would be fun is to point out each of these. This one for England, there's some text here saying that this is the Wikimedia Commons image, okay? So that one I got on Wikimedia. And then this one, the 3 crypt covers, and then the lieutenant, okay? So it's the same photo we already uploaded, so this one here. So we can go ahead and we can copy and paste this. Okay, so insert, and then we're just going to copy and paste this same photo. Okay, so these 3 covers, these 3 crypt covers, have unknown soldiers in them also from the different wars. And so I wanted to label the different wars, but now I want to make sure that they're aligned properly. So I highlighted them, I selected them all together. If I right click, go to align, now I can do align bottom. Okay, so now they're exactly on the same line. And that looks fine. At point 38, we have our photo of the First Lieutenant Blassie. So let's see. So I'm going to give this a 2-second delay, and then my words should come in about where I want. You know, I'm going to have to do some tuning once I have my actual voiceover, but it'll be fine. We want to just bring in our photo, so bear with me. So blue plus sign, and I have this photo. This is another one that I got from, I think, WikiCommon. So you'll notice I added that text with the credit. Okay, so he is actually the unknown soldier in the Vietnam War. So we want to put this photo kind of over that, the Vietnam War. So when we're talking about him, this photo comes on. And I think that'll look nice. And we'll do a nice fade. So once again, fade. Now remember, we want him to come in at the 38-second mark. So that's going to be a little tricky here. Let's go to show preview. 28 seconds is when I want my words to come in. Okay, so I was close. So there. And then which words are first? World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. World War II. Alright, so we need to change the Korean War is next. And then Vietnam War. And then at 38 seconds is when we want Lieutenant Blassie to come in. So let's go back over here. 38 seconds, so 37, 38. Okay, good. I did that right. Okay, so he comes in. So this graphic needs to come in at 55 seconds. So we're going to add a delay before it comes in. And let's just scroll on over to 55 seconds here. And we're going to delay this until right about there. That should be fine. So now we want to type in what this graphic says. And it's going to need to be word wrap. Something like so. And then let's go ahead and change the color. So click the gear icon. Okay, so that's that scene. And then now we're talking about the tomb with the guards. It starts at 103. So insert a scene. So that will be at 63 seconds. So we need to add about 9 seconds to the end of this scene, okay? 9 seconds, but this needs to be slower than this. So that's going to account for some of those seconds. Say like that. And so 1, 2, 3. So we'll add 3 seconds at the end. Okay, so now at 3, we have our tomb with the guards. So let's go to photos, veterans. We could do this old-fashioned one here, or we could do this one here, or we do both. We also have the guards standing in like that. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, so let's like that. So we're gonna do both because it kind of shows how long they've been doing this. These need to come on pretty fast, so I'm gonna say 0 on the first one, and then like half a second on this one, and then we'll give it a little time at the end, and then all the rest of this is gonna be, so from 108 to 133, and then just a bunch of photos of veterans. So let's do that. Insert. Again, these are all stock photos that I just found. Alright, so now my idea is each of these comes on as a fade. And these can be slow fades, you know, we can spend some time on them. Okay, so we're good there, and then I wanted to add a link. You know, you could do a call to action, whatever that might be. In this case, we're just going to point them to the Veterans Affairs website for volunteering. So just say. So now the final thing we need to do is add our soundtrack. So like I say, I already mixed it earlier. So I'm going to go to sounds and I'm going to upload it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop it in. And we'll see how well we did with our timing. So let's scroll over to the beginning. And then you're going to take this and just drag it into place. And then scroll to the end. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, I got the length right. Okay, now before we watch it, let's go to settings. I always like to turn off the erase mode. So go to erase mode off. And that's because I don't like how the hand erases actual imagery. So it's up to you. If you like it, then keep it, but I'm going to turn it off for mine. In the interest of time, I went ahead and previewed the video and made a few little tweaks on the timing. You know, doing it this way is not perfect, and I knew that. I knew I would have to go in and fine-tune it. So I went ahead and did that. So let's take a quick look and we will be done. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is a monument dedicated to American service members who have died without being identified. The tomb was established on November 11, 1921 and is located at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. On that same day more than 100 years ago, similar ceremonies took place in England and France to honor their own unknown soldiers. Though the 1921 ceremony honored a World War I soldier, the remains of unidentified service members from World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War were later interred at the tomb. In 1988, Air Force First Lieutenant Michael Joseph Blassie, who had served in the Vietnam War, was identified via DNA analysis, and his remains were removed from the tomb and buried elsewhere. The panel marking his crypt was replaced with another that says, "Honoring and Keeping Faith with America's Missing Servicemen, 1958 to 1975." Since 1937, the tomb has been guarded 24/7. On this Veterans Day, take a moment to remember the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Whether living or dead, whether in war or peace, their contributions and sacrifices have been vital to preserving our freedoms. And if you're able, please consider supporting our veterans in any way you can. And there you have it. I hope this gives you some ideas for your own Veterans Day tribute. And if you have served, thank you so much for your service. Thanks for watching.